Hello children, today we will be learning the part 2 of animal cell culture and its applications. I am sure that you would have listened to the part 1 video of this chapter and all your concepts are pretty clear. Let's proceed. Objectives of part 2 video lesson: to understand the differences between finite and continuous cell lines, to know about the physical parameters for culturing the animal cells, to learn about animal cell culture medium and serum, to have an idea about the vessels used in animal cell culture. Key concepts in part 2 video lesson: finite and continuous cell lines, physical environment for culturing animal cells like temperature, pH, osmolality, etc., medium and serum, and vessels required for animal cell culture. Types of cell lines. There are two types of cell lines, finite and infinite, continuous cell lines. Coming to finite cell lines. Finite cell lines have limited lifespan and limited cell generation. They die after subculturing for a couple of generations. It has anchorage dependence or support dependence, exhibit contact inhibition, mode of growth is monolayer, and its doubling time is 24 to 96 hours. It really takes time for a cell to divide itself. Density limitation is present in case of finite cell lines. Coming to continuous cell lines, it has unlimited lifespan. They get transformed and become cancerous. No anchorage dependence, no contact inhibition. Mode of growth is monolayer or suspension. Doubling time is very less compared to finite cell lines. It is 12 to 24 hours. Density limitation is absent, and there is ploidy in chromosome number. Every species have got a fixed chromosome number, but in case of continuous cell lines, chromosome number starts changing. So it can become diploid, triploid, tetraploid, or even become aneuploid. So here is a picture of continuous cell line HeLa cells. The pic courtesy taken from Science, Art of Developing Cell Lines, and the second picture is taken from British Society of Immunology's paper. So you can see the continuous cell lines here. Physical environment for culturing the animal cells. First parameter is temperature. Mammalian cells grow in incubators at 37 degrees Celsius, which is the core body temperature of Homo sapiens. Second parameter is osmolality. It's very much required for cell growth and function. Osmolality helps to preserve membrane integrity of cells, and it is determined by media formulation. Means the components of the media determine the osmolality. Salt and sucrose are major contributors along with the amino acids. Commercial media osmolality is 300 mOSM, and it is checked by the osmometer. If the outside osmotic pressure becomes higher or lower than what must be maintained inside the cell, it will shrink or swell accordingly. So it will affect the membrane integrity. So that is why it's very important to maintain the osmolality. Third parameter is pH. Optimal pH is 7 to 7.4. pH is required for maintaining the ion balance, for optimal functioning of enzymes and growth factors. It's regulated by a variety of buffering systems, mostly bicarbonate carbon dioxide buffering system. When we respire, we have the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is produced in the cells as a result of metabolic activities, especially after glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Carbon dioxide combines with water to form carbonic acid, which results in the drop of the pH. If the concentration of carbon dioxide is more, concentration of the carbonic acid becomes more, and pH drop becomes much more. So how is it neutralized? It is neutralized by the conversion of carbonic acid to bicarbonate ion. H2CO3 is dissociated to form H plus HCO3 minus, that is hydrogen ions and bicarbonate ions. Bicarbonate ions in return combines with the positive sodium or potassium ions to form sodium bicarbonate, which is basic. Now when basicity increases, sodium bicarbonate again dissociates to form sodium ions and bicarbonate ions. Bicarbonate ions again combines with H plus to form carbonic acid, which helps to bring the pH to 7.4. So this buffering happens till the equilibration of pH becomes 7.4. Coming to medium. Medium is a mixture of inorganic salts and other nutrients for sustaining the cell survival in vitro. It has got amino acids, fatty acids, sugars, trace elements, vitamins, cofactors and ions. Energy source is glucose. Indicator is phenol red, which helps in monitoring the pH of the medium. In acidic conditions, phenol red turns into yellow, whereas alkaline conditions it turns into pink color. It's most varied factor in the culture systems. So medium changes at the most when you have different cultures. It is the medium which makes the most variation. Let's look at the components once again and its function. Carbon source glucose is the source of energy. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. Vitamins, it promotes the cell survival and proliferation. Balanced salt solution helps in isotonicity, that is maintain the osmolarity. Phenol red is the pH indicator. Bicarbonate or HEPS buffer medium, it balances the pH. Coming to serum. Serum is the most important component of animal tissue culture. It's needed for cell proliferation and attachment to vessels. It's the source of amino acids, hormones, lipids, vitamins and salts. Most common serum is fetal bovine serum, FBS. Current practice anyway involves minimum blood-based supplements. And since serum is very rich in components, there are higher chances of getting contaminated. So we use antibiotics in order to reduce the contamination. Coming to the vessels used for animal cell culture. There are 3 types of vessels which are commonly used: Petri dishes, culture flask, multi-well plates of various shapes and sizes. So here is a picture of vessels. You can see multi-well plates of various sizes and shapes here. Also culture flask of different sizes are shown along with the Petri dishes. So today we have covered finite and continuous cell lines, physical environment for culturing animal cells, medium and serum, as well as the vessels which is required for animal cell culture. I hope you have understood the concepts, and thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, do like it, and for more educational videos of class 12 biotechnology, do subscribe to this video. Thank you so much for patient watching.